Okay, so to preface, yes, I know that Core Metals of Resurrection is not a great movie. But in spite of that, I want to talk about something from it that I happen to really like. And no, it's not Taja Dole Eternity, but that's up there. The premise of Core Metals of Resurrection is that 10 years after the original show, the evil Tyrant King, the original O's, is back, and the core cast of characters has to assemble again to face him. For this end, even Ankh is somehow resurrected. The twist, revealed about 25 minutes into this roughly hour-long film, is that the titular hero of Kamen Rider OOO, Eiji Hino, is gone. The Eiji seen interacting with the rest of the cast is actually a new character, Goda. Goda is a newborn greed created from Eiji's desire. He is currently possessing Eiji's dead body, and through this is able to use the O's driver to combat enemy forces. Goda's existence arguably derails the film, because without him, Core Metals of Resurrection could have been a fairly standard story that brings all the characters back together for one last adventure. Goda's inclusion ends up bloating the movie beyond that simple premise, but I personally find that he also ends up being the most interesting aspect of this film. Many superhero stories try for a twisted, alternate version of the hero, and Kamen Rider is especially guilty of this with its various evil recolors. But Goda might be one of the more actualized versions of the concept. The bulk of the movie's narrative has Goda puppeteering Eiji's corpse through familiar character motions, but because we are told that he's not Eiji, instead of, oh, they did the thing, all the beats and callbacks actually take on a morbid, sinister air. It would be another thing to reveal that he wasn't Eiji towards the very end as the movie's big plot twist. By doing the reveal at around the midpoint, Goda's established as his own character for the rest of the film's run. Except Goda's not really his own character now, is he? As a being born from Eiji's desire, Goda's naturally reflective of Eiji himself. One of the first things Goda does is coerce Ankh into working with him. It's reminiscent of the deal Eiji struck with Ankh during episode 2 of the original show. And from then on, Goda just plays the part of Eiji. Sure, we the audience think that it's creepy as all get, the hero's body being forced through eerily nostalgic motions. But outside of the other characters agreeing that Goda's up to no good, there's actually not much to suggest that the fledgling greed has ulterior motives. There's actually an earnestness to Goda that you don't normally expect from a doppelganger-type antagonist. Goda genuinely wants to fulfill Eiji's desire. Or at the very least, being created from this desire ends up driving his motive. Rather than just being an evil version of the main hero, Goda is actually more like a version of Eiji who's speedrunning his character arc. This is accentuated by how quickly Goda moves on from the death of a young girl he failed to save. Goda's only drive is Eiji's desire, without care for what led to that desire in the first place. And furthermore, Goda being this abridged, truncated version of Eiji means he actually comes out of the movie's cripplingly short runtime relatively unscathed. The final conflict of the movie happens after Ankh and Goda defeat the evil, tyrannical O's. Goda sees the medals left behind and realizes he wants that power. While there really isn't a build-up to this, I don't think Goda coveting the core medals comes out of left field either. Eiji himself often spammed combos with reckless abandon, and during the final stretch of the show is very quick to fall back on the purple dinosaur metals, in spite of their inherent danger. Yes, the show frames each instance as necessary in the moment. But that doesn't change the fact that Eiji is more than willing to acquire and use power to achieve his ends. In the last 2 episodes of OOO's, Eiji takes the Kogami Foundation's entire stockpile of cell metals into himself, basically turning into a walking natural disaster in the process. It's dangerous, it's reckless, but if it can save the world, if it can fulfill his desire, it's a minuscule risk. When Goda desires a similar power, is it really that different? After all, anything goes, right?